I got another invite, but now it was on television. I was just like, what is happening? What is happening? Like, somebody please pinch me and explain.
Oh, wow.
I was the first one to get punished.
Get out. So you're the most trusted.
Yeah.
You're the one that...
Definitely. And what the most important thing when it comes to I can't stop. This is a very impromptu video. I decided last minute that I want to capture this moment because on the last interview that I had on YFM, I did not capture any, like I just captured the reel, but I didn't do a vlog. And vlogs, what I like about creating content and posting the content is that it stays here for years and years. I can look back and say, Jen, at this time of your life, you were doing this, you were doing this. Look at where it has gotten you. And so I decided to pause and say, you know what, girl, we are capturing this. And so today we are going to be talking about, I'm going to be doing a vlog. It's a vlog, but before we continue with the part of the vlog, I wanted to intro it and just speak briefly about how YouTube has changed my life. I'm currently filming there on my phone. I'm also filming here because I want to capture this, what it takes to create content. This is what it takes to create content. So basically I started YouTube years ago. I think I started around COVID, during the pandemic. And when I started creating content, I started creating content on hair care content, and that is because I was very into hair care content at the time. There was a phase in my life where I enjoyed hair. Like, there was a time whereby I did hair as a side job, as one of my piece jobs over and above my normal job. And then I started doing like hair care content, especially for natural hair. And after some time, I got bored. I was just like, what more do I want to talk about here? I then pivoted, and for a while I stopped creating content, and then I came back. Prior me having a YouTube channel, I had a blog where I spoke about money, and that was during my internship. And that's when I knew something about money. I knew, things there and there. I knew about savings and all the stuff. But when it comes to my finances were not that good. So now when I took that hiatus and then I came back with financial content, I felt like I had something to share. And more than anything, when I started that content, I didn't want to come off as an expert. I still don't want to come off as an expert in SA particularly. I realized that many people are not open to sharing their finances. They would rather just focus on the theoretical part, that this is what you're supposed to be doing with your money. This is how you are saving. This is how you must save. This is how you must invest. These are all the things you should be doing in order for you to reach wealth, in order for you to reach, to be rich and to live a wealthy life. But are they really wealthy now? Are they rich now? You might find that they're actually not wealthy, though they're not rich, but the way that they present that information, it ends up feeling like this is what you should be doing to get to where they are. But are they really there now? You don't know because they do not share that part of their finances. And so for me, I felt like I don't want to be known as an expert of finances because I'm not one, but rather I want to be a student. I want to be a student of life. I want to be a student of finances. I want to learn as much as I can, and then I want to come back and apply that into my finances and see what it does for my finances. And ever since, I then started documenting my journey here on YouTube, where I share my savings journey. What am I doing? How am I budgeting? How do I set up a budget each and every month? How am I saving? Where am I saving? What are the interests that I'm getting on my savings? Those are the things that I wanted to document, And I actually fell in love with that type of content creation, of just documenting my journey. And from there, my business was birthed, like in terms of the things that I sell today, in some of the things that I do in my business. It is from me sharing my content. And so for me, YouTube has honestly changed my life. Firstly, it just forced me to put myself out there. And secondly, it has introduced me to a world that I did not know that it existed. And now that I know that it exists, I am so grateful that I actually jumped into it, and I was not scared enough to hold myself back, but I was brave enough to say, you know what, I do want to document this journey. I do want to share my perspective with the world. And from that, I have gained so much exposure, which leads me to what is happening today. So today I'm going on Metro FM. I'm going to be on a show with Tibataj. I think he's going to be on the show. But anyway, I'm going to be on Metro FM today. And how did this even happen? Last week on Monday, I was on YFM, which I'm honestly still baffled. And and today I'm going to be on Metro FM. How did this happen? It happened because I put myself out there. So I started creating content in terms of sharing my journey on YouTube, which then trickled down to me creating content on short form platforms like Instagram and TikTok. I started with Instagram, where I would post a lot of content when it comes to finances. Even there, I made it very clear that I'm not an expert, but rather I'm an obsessed budgeter. Someone who is just intentional in reaching financial freedom and wants to do everything in her power to make sure that she reaches financial freedom, and is willing to document that and share that with you guys. And so I did that on Instagram, and for years I did not have TikTok, and people kept pestering me to start TikTok, and I did eventually start TikTok. TikTok is actually one of the biggest platforms that I have currently when it comes to social media, over and above YouTube and Instagram. TikTok is actually the highest when it comes to that. It's not my favorite platform, but it is one of those platforms that has also that was birthed through YouTube, but also has led to some of the opportunities that I'm getting today. So I was also posting the same thing on TikTok, and the producer of YFM and the producer of Metro FM for these shows found me through TikTok because of the content that I create, and they fell in love with my content, and they reached out to me. And that is how I got this opportunity. I did not pitch myself. I did not go to anyone, but they came to me. They found me through the content that I'm putting out in the world, because with that content they could relate to it. They learned something, and they were impressed with what they saw, that they felt that I deserve to be, to be invited to their shows. So I say this to say I'm honestly grateful to what YouTube has done for me. That is, when people say YouTube has changed my life, YouTube has literally changed my life. And I feel like it's going to continue changing my life even more and more, because of just me being brave enough to say, I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to do this. I don't know where it's going to lead to, but for now, I'm just going to do this. And honestly, when I started YouTube not with an expectation of wanting to make money, not with an expectation of being on radio, on TV, or wherever. I started YouTube just because I wanted to share my journey. I wanted to document my journey, and then I took it out to short form content, which is Instagram and TikTok. Even there, I wanted to just share my journey, and because of me being willing to put myself out there, I have found myself to where I am today. So I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to take you along with me as I drive to Auckland Park, where Metro FM is based, and I'm going to film that portion. It is 2 o'clock. I need to leave. Let's go.
Like, I've got to a conclusion in life. You can never get to a point where you 100% please people. And I understand, and I'm at peace with that. Because the lens by which people look at life, when you're an amazing student in class, you're a teacher's pet. You've never been called that? You've never been called a teacher's pet?
I've never been called a teacher's pet.
I've called somebody teacher's pet.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been called a teacher's pet?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask my guests, welcome to the touchdown.
Thank you.
Did you have to wear black and white because you came to Metro FM?
Well, I thought it fit the brand.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm like looking at you, I'm like, this one came ready. It's your first time on Metro?
Yes, it is.
Welcome to the touchdown.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Have you ever been called a teacher's pet?
Yes.
You look like somebody who's always been an A student.
I was not, but yeah.
You were a teacher's pet?
Yes, in high school.
How did you deal with that?
Well, it didn't bother me.
So the teacher sent you to the office, you were like a trusted student?
I was the one making sure that everyone is speaking English and not Zulu.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then if they found me speaking Zulu, I was punished with all of them.
Oh, wow.
I was the first one to get punished.
Get out. So you were the most trusted.
Yeah.
You're the one that on Wednesday morning you're reminding the teacher about the homework that you forgot.
Yeah.
No.
Because you didn't do it either.
Yeah.
And now you're in finance.
Yes.
Oh, wow, amazing. Were you a good math student?
No, I'm not in finance in terms of profession. I'm actually in government.
You're in government.
Yes.
But you're content creator.
Yes.
In finance.
In finance.
Exactly.
Yes.
Tell me exactly, elaborately, what is it that you do?
Well, I share my journey with my finances. So a couple of years ago, I made a lot of mistakes. So I decided that, you know what, I needed to fix my mistakes. And I was already creating content, which was hair care, but then I pivoted.
Hair care?
Yeah.
Like natural hair?
Natural,
stunning.
natural hair, yeah. Then I pivoted, went into finance, and just focused on sharing my journey. So I don't consider myself an expert per se.
Oh man, I was about to ask you if you got a product for to grow my hair.
No.
You don't?
No,
So
I
you don't
don't.
have them Pangana market like that you can help?
There's actually there's no such products that can do that.
In Turkey there is.
Nah, it's
That's a
what
hair
you eat.
transplant, yeah.
We can talk about what you eat, but in terms of hair products, there's no way.
Really?
It's all lies. Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
So interesting.
I
What
love
you eat
people.
contributes to how your hair grows.
Yes.
What did I not eat for my hair to stop growing?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
When you
Sometimes
find
it's
out, you
genetics, sometimes it's but it's all I'm saying is what you eat will then impact if your hair is gonna grow or not.
Kanye West said that. But
Really?
except he was not working in government, creating content for money.
Yes.
He is a very successful rapper.
Yes,
And
yes,
he
I
said you
know.
are what you eat.
Yes.
And he loves jerk chicken. So you can conclude that if he says you are what you eat. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna go to news.
Okay.
And when we get back, I'm interested to have this conversation with you because you're not just here to tell us about your content sharing business, but it's more like a testimony.
Yeah.
We've all been in your shoes.
Yes.
And we can borrow from each other's journey. Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful.
Wow. Have you ever given a testimony in church?
No.
Do you go to church?
No.
Oh, okay. I should have never
Not
asked.
anymore.
Not anymore.
Yes. Not anymore.
What did borrow do to you?
SABC News.
I'm messing with you.
A beautiful one made for summer. Ooh, Caro Abufago, it's called in season 16, 17. And we're talking money.
Yep.
And we're getting advice from Jennifer Ngamalo. And she is in an interesting financial journey. She's been sharing content and she has what we call a budgeting journal. I have a journal to pour out my heart. So I want to hear more about what a budgeting journal is and how you got there. Maybe also touch on the mistakes that you've made and how you got into documenting your finances and sharing it with everybody.
Okay, so a budgeting journal is basically a normal journal, but it's just that it's made for budgeting.
Got you.
So how it came about is that I had been journaling on my normal journal where I would write out spreads every month, like my income, expenses, everything regarding my finances, even when it comes to tracking my savings and my investments and my debt payoff journey. And then I realized that it's too much writing, too much time that I was spending on designing the spreads.
Right.
I'll show you when we're done. And then I decided to design a journal that is pre-made. So now it already has the spreads in them. So it's just a matter of every month you take it, you write it in, and then when you get paid and you start paying for things, you then come back and you write what did you actually spend or how much income did you get versus what you are spending on. So that's a budgeting journal.
You also physically take cash out and you put it in this. It's another
envelopes.
version of envelopes, and you put it.
Yes, I call that, it's a system. So this is a plan, a budget is a plan, and then me using cash is a system that allows me to avoid overspending. So if I said I want to spend 4,000 on groceries this month, what I'll do is I'll withdraw 4,000 and then I'll allocate it per week and say week 1, 1,000, week 2, 1,000. And then when I go to the shop, I only take that 1,000 to the shops. And then I come back having spent only 1,000.
But now do you withdraw everything?
No. I only withdraw for the categories that I want to control my spending on.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's
Who got you
really
into
great.
crypto?
Oh my God, my colleagues.
So you're the type we can just whisper certain things and you're gonna fall into it?
No. Back then I
was
would
attractive,
have.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yes. Back then I would have, but knowing so much when it comes to finances now, I just don't take anything.
But it's back on the rise though. Crypto's back. Like
Yeah,
steady.
It's steady, but I just don't want to risk with my money like that.
Yeah?
Nah, I just don't want to.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Like What else is volatile out there?
Individual assets.
Yeah.
It is a bit volatile. When you buy individual assets, you are just betting on that company. And then if anything happens to that company, you have lost all your money. So it's better to just buy ETFs or a basket of assets. That way you know that you're not just betting on one. And what I like about ETFs is that they are managed. So if a company is not doing well, they take it out. They put a company.
Your seed investment is protected.
Yes.
What about NFTs? You never went that far?
Nope.
Man, I was like borderline going NFT.
So in simple English, ETF is a who now?
It's exchange traded funds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm no more the wiser after that, but okay.
That's some good government. What do I have? I want to get the right name, but it's not a lot because it's gotta be below 35K so that you don't get taxed.
Oh, the tax free.
Yes.
Tax free.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Everyone should have that one.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah. Otherwise, you if you're not tapping into that one, you are losing money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that. I did a couple. Yeah. There's some stable portfolios that are not volatile, but they're not so rapidly growing. It's a long term. It's a long term game. So I advise a lot of people, if you can afford to pop 3-4 bottles of champagne, you can easily stack up on a couple of investments that are proper, solid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are your colleagues appreciative of your content?
Yes.
Who's your main audience?
Well, working class.
Working
class, yeah.
Wow. And you're getting good traction?
Yeah, I am.
I feel like people are starting to gravitate towards ordinary people.
Yes.
I don't want a bow tie financial advisor trying to climatize me in being, literate about my finances.
Exactly.
I want a Jennifer like you. You feel me?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just like when he said, what is ETFs? That's very up there. We just want to know what is investing? How do I invest? Where can I do that? And then people sharing their own journey. I think that's why I'm getting a lot of traction, because I'm sharing my journey. I'm sharing how I'm investing, where I'm investing.
You don't mind sharing IPs and all? Because and guys, please hear me out, right? If I've gone a particular journey and lost money, I feel like if I'm going to help you not to lose it, it's paid for content to a certain degree. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it took me to take a knock to save you from taking one, at least part with R1 a day content subscription. You think that's possible with you?
No.
You never thought that far?
No. Well, on YouTube, you pay me by watching the ads. And then on other content, I just make it through brands collaboration.
But you don't get paid by YouTube until you hit a certain amount of numbers.
Yeah, but I do get paid. It's just that it's
a rip-off.
It's an adorable amount.
Yeah, it's a
I'm looking at your diary. Sorry, and
I can say it. I get paid 2.5 at most on YouTube.
And it costs you more than 2.5 to create that content.
Yes.
Yeah.
How much are you sitting on?
25,000 subscribers. But it's not about how many subscribers you have. It's about how many views you get per video.
Right.
So you want your videos to do well. And my videos are not clickbait. I just share my journey. And for some people that can be boring, because people want quick results. Like they want to know this, that.
I've got a solution for you.
Yes.
That's gonna help you. I'll give it to you off air.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm doing this, but I just feel like let me just help you.
Okay.
It's gonna make you better money. Yeah, screw those guys at YouTube. You can tell them how Touch said screw you.
Okay.
For real. I think they rip people off.
Yeah, I know. It's peanuts.
The way your smile lit up when he said you're gonna make more money, I love it. Your face, you just said yes.
I don't like people being exploited, guys. Because I know how to create content is expensive.
Yeah,
it is expensive.
It takes time as well.
The unfortunate thing is that this is not your platform, right?
Yes.
But that doesn't warrant anyone to exploit you. People just need to be smart and research better.
You can be smart and research better, but you also have to pay a price, I suppose, for creating and using a platform that's already in existence until you get your own.
I guess.
There's a price to pay for everything.
I guess. But you know what's beautiful though? When we all accept that ignorance is a multi-billion-dollar business, we'll fight to be smart.
Jeez. How many bombs do you drop a day?
No.
So far. Oh, Metro FM, right. Turn up the volume because Metro FM is about to redefine
YouTube
the
are scammers.
experience. So whether you're tuning in, logging in,
Yeah, it is real.
Metro FM.
Nothing on
Metro FM.
finances.
Yes. Or lie and say, I made 10,000 on this. At that moment, you did not even make 10,000.
Oh, you recording? Can I stop this?
Yeah. So I'm sure that you see from my appearance that this video was not shot in the same day. So this is a week or 2 weeks after I went to Metro FM. And just to summarize, that experience was phenomenal. Was absolutely phenomenal. I enjoyed my experience on Metro FM. I loved the setup. It was quite different from the experience with YFM. Even though YFM was beautiful, was phenomenal, I also enjoyed it. You know, it was my first it was my first in-person radio interview, the YFM, because I had went to Power FM, I think beginning of the year. So that one was the second one, but then in studio, like in person, that was my first one. And then on Metro FM, what I liked about that experience is how I felt like I was part of the crew. Like I literally felt like I was just part of the crew, you know, I was there with Abolut Love, Thibaut Taj, and the gang, you know, the one that presents the news and the one that presents the sports. Like, it was just amazing. They were so welcoming. The conversations outside of being online were also good. Like, we're just having chilled conversations, laughing. I've honestly felt like I was part of the crew. I think that's the part that I enjoyed. I enjoyed that it was also not structured in an interview format. It was very spontaneous. Literally, there you had to think on your feet, you know. And luckily for me is that all of the things that I speak about, I speak from experience. I do not just like to make up things that do not exist. So for me, it was easy for me to respond to things that were just not planned. Majority of the things that we spoke about, even live, were things that were not planned. Like I had no clue that the session was just gonna go that way. It was very different, but I enjoyed it. It was a very good experience, and it showed me another element about myself, you know, how I'm not timid around people that I may look at as celebrities, or you know, people that are respected out there that people look up to. I don't get timid. I'm able to channel my confidence and step in a room and just claim myself and just know that, you know what, I'm going to do this. Yes, imposter syndrome does come, but you know what, in those experiences, when I'm in the experience itself, I don't normally feel imposter syndrome. The funny thing is that sometimes I feel imposter syndrome after, you know, not before, but after. I don't know why, you know. So that was amazing. Now it is 2 weeks later after that experience, and then boom, another bombshell came. I got another invite, but now it was on television. I was just like, what is happening? What is happening? Like, somebody please pinch me and explain. To an extent whereby I honestly do not believe that it was true. I was invited to come and speak on Espresso Morning Show. Now, this is a show that I grew up watching. Like, not grew up because it's new, but when I was in university, I watched it, you know. And I honestly, like, also just being behind the camera and actually knowing that I'm appearing on TV. Like, I know that some of you guys, majority of you guys watch me on TV, but now it's like, this is SABC 3. You know, this is SABC 3. It felt, I don't know how to describe the experience. I'm going to add the video here, even though we shot it in this angle because I was with my partner, my manager. I asked my partner to come with me. So we took the video in this way so that I can, my battery's finishing, so that I can film a reel so that I can also post on TikTok as well. But I just wanted to share that with you on this video before I close it. This video is going to come out tomorrow. This is Wednesday as I'm editing this part, and then this video is going to come out on Thursday. And then on Sunday, we're going to speak about the dividends. You guys asked about the dividends. Yeah, we're going to speak about that. I'm going to show you the companies that do pay out dividends. Proof, not just theory, proof. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I'm not going to come back and close off this video, but I just wanted to say thank you for your support and love. I'm where I am because of you. I've achieved all of these things because of you. Almost everything that I've achieved, guys, when it comes to my content creation journey, it is because of you. So don't take yourself lightly. Do not take yourself for granted in the role that you're playing in my life and the significance of yourself in this journey that I'm in. It is all happening because of you. So thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna cue the video now.
This is how we get through life, right? And this is why this morning we're sitting down with content creator and businesswoman Jennifer Nomano, who is here to tell us all about how we in fact can look after ourselves financially, getting into a little bit of financial self-care, but most importantly, looking after our future selves. Everybody, let's give a feel good welcome, please. Jennifer Nomano, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, my beautiful. So I don't know if you heard earlier on there, I said I'm someone who likes to shop. It makes my heart happy. Yeah. Yes. But now we obviously need to be looking after our future selves. It's all about savings and things like that. So I want to find out, is there a way that we're able to strike a balance between financial self-care and just enjoying life, like me going to shopping?
Definitely. And what the most important thing when it comes to just setting yourself up is that you need to set a budget. And in your budget, you can just have a category for yourself. So for my budget, I have a me category. Yes. So this is money that I can spend anyhow. There's no restriction in terms of where I can spend it, but it's for me. So what you can do is when you're setting up your budget, make sure that you put a category for yourself. The most important thing is planning for the spending. How you spend it, it's not a problem, but so long as you plan for it.
Oh, so that's my problem, not planning for the spending. Okay, Jennifer, you're giving me something to, mull over because I like that. Especially money that's meant just for me, it sounds good. But let's not talk about, age. Because I know that a lot of people sometimes put age on whether or not you should start saving and investing. For you, as somebody who is a financial content creator and allows us to know more about our financials, is there a specific age where we need to start looking at savings and investments?
No, there isn't. The earlier the better. Okay. Like my daughter is 7, but I'm already investing for her.
Oh wow.
Even though she's not doing it herself, but I'm already doing it for her. So that by the time she's older, that money has built up. So there isn't an age limit. The most important thing is that starting is important. But how you start is also very important as well. You don't want to go into investing without building up your savings. So first build up your savings, then you can go into investing, because investing is for long term. Savings is for short term.
Okay. You see now you're speaking a language actually that is very understandable to me, because I've never actually looked at it like that. Like I know you need more big amounts of money to actually invest, but I've heard certain people being like, buy shares or do this, whatever it may be. So that's a really big tip for you to say, start with the savings, then you can look at the investing. What other practical steps would you give us to be able to really have a holistic view of this financial self-care, but also particularly when it comes to savings and investments?
First thing, build your solution fund. What is a solution fund? The solution fund is that money that will be there for small emergencies that may come up in the month. So you're looking at payday to the next payday, solution fund. It can be about 5,000 to 15,000 depending on your living expenses. That's the first thing. Then build your emergency fund. Emergency fund is for your big emergencies. Let's say, for instance, you own property, you've got a house, you want to build up that nest egg 3 to 6 months depending on your field, where you are. If you're in a private sector, you want it to be 6 to 12 months. If you're in a public sector, it can be 6 months. So that is for big emergencies, and then you can go into investing.
Amazing. And also, I didn't know there were so many funds that I must have. I thought it was just a rainy day fund.
They're easy though, easy to build. If you pace yourself, it's better. Start with the solution fund, then emergency fund, then start investing. You can also have a thing called sinking funds. So this is for small things that you're planning to do. Holidays, if you're planning to travel, create a second fund for that. If it's holiday times, you know, with Black Friday, create a second fund for Black Friday.
Yes.
For December, create a second fund for December. It's just for short-term savings though, we call it a second fund.
Okay.
But you still need to have a solution fund or an emergency fund. You can choose. But for me, I prefer that have a solution fund, then emergency fund, and then start investing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to write this down after we chat over here because these are actually really practical steps. I've never been told by anybody that you should have that many different funds as well as, you know, those different kinds of savings and everything. But I do also believe that it's really so incredible, you know, just to see how you're making this sound so easy.
Yeah.
So I want to then ask you, especially because you've got your own financial journey, right?
Yes, yes.
What do you believe has been your biggest challenge in terms of really just trying to be financially savvy?
Oh, temptation and convenience. I always say this, for me, convenience has been the worst temptation when it comes to my finances. Because if I have convenience, I can shop online, I can do anything that I want easy, but if I take away that convenience, then I'm able to stick to my goals. So for me, the most important thing has been to take away that convenience as much as possible so that I can focus on my goals. But for me, I would say convenience and just temptation, because it's not easy out here. So many good things.
And it's not. On top of that challenge though, I just want to ask you, because I think that, you know, we're all able to learn from our different mistakes, right? What would you say has been your biggest lesson that you've been able to take away that really helped you become really someone who's like, okay, cool, I didn't just learn this lesson, but I also now want to go and share it with other people so that they know?
First one, stay away from consumer debt.
Okay.
That's the first one.
Okay.
That one will literally derail you on all your plans that you have for yourself. So that for me has been the biggest lesson. And then the second one is set goals. What do you want for your life? What do you want for your finances? When you picture your life, what is it that you see? Then start planning according to that life that you picture for yourself. That for me has been the biggest caterpillar when it comes to moving from where I was, struggling and barely making it, to where I am, where I don't have to penny pinch and worry about how am I going to meet my monthly needs.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, Jennifer, my babes, you have done the things that need to be done, but I feel like I've learned so much, especially with those funds, you know, kind of just separating it, I think allows each one to go on its own. So thank you so much for that.
Thank
Beautiful. Her name is Jennifer Nxumalo, a businesswoman and financial content creator, here to help us in the name of Big Soleil, just telling us, hey friend, you need to have a little bit of financial self-care within that whole view that you have of self-care, which is why I want to remind you as well that there are the different facets of it, which is one for me that I need to ask you on social media. How is it that you indeed allow yourself to look after your future self? You know, what is the way that you see best fit for you to 100% be in the know of what is going to be best for future you? But on top of that, I want to remind you to remember to take time to have self-care for yourself. And particularly with Big Soleil Escape Jasmine and Eucalyptus 5-blade with a mood-enhancing handle, as well as those 5 flexible blades, my friend, for an easy glide and a flawlessly close shave, so that you indeed can turn any routine into one that feels like a spa experience. And I know it's something that I enjoy and you'll enjoy if you haven't tried it as yet. I did not say I did. I'm so sorry. Yes, I did. Everybody, it's called